I gave Claude access to my YouTube studio and it immediately found a problem with my channel. We can see here that my last long form loses almost half the viewers in the first 38 seconds. So, if you are still here by second 39, thank you, honestly. You are literally fixing my analytics by doing nothing. It also found that the only person commenting on my videos is me, which is beautiful, and it's also a bit sad, to be honest. And it also found that I forgot to put captions on a 20-minute tutorial, which is exactly the kind of thing that I wouldn't have noticed by myself. The point here is that Claude checked my actual data before giving me advice. So in this video, I'm doing what the audit told me to do. Proof first, no long intro, simpler language, and one specific question at the end. Okay, so I want to start by clarifying one thing. This is not a fake demo that I just made for this video. I built this because I actually needed it. Tiny channel, tiny data, still useful. Most people use AI like this. You ask a question, it gives an answer, then you do the work yourself. But the next version looks different. You give AI a tool, that tool talks to an app, the app gives back clean data, and then AI can actually help you make a decision. And just so you know, this works with almost every tool, not just YouTube Studio. This is just an example. And this is why this is so powerful. Think of it like giving AI a remote control. Without the remote, it can only guess. With the remote, it can press the right buttons. This sounds more complicated than it actually is. I promise I am not about to make you learn infrastructure. The tool I used to build this is called Printing Press. The technical version is it creates CLIs and MCP servers. The normal person version is it turns apps into tools your AI can actually use. The CLI is the engine. The MCP is the plug that connects that engine to Claude. So no, I am not here typing commands all day, and neither will you. Claude just gets tools directly. YouTube Studio is the proof, not the limit. YouTube Studio is just my example. But this could be fitness data from MyFitnessPal, recipes, flights, real estate, your CRM, your shop, and even your calendar. The big idea here is not AI can use YouTube. The big idea here is AI gets way more powerful when it can touch the apps where your real life already happens. And here's the crazy part. This doesn't only work when a company gives you a public API. Sometimes Printing Press can look at a website or what your browser is doing and turn that into a tool too. An API is the official door an app gives to software. If there is no public door, most AIs are stuck. They can look at screenshots or web pages, but they cannot really operate on the app's data. That was the wall. Printing Press can sometimes get around that by looking at how the website itself talks to its own backend. So if you can use a website, there's a chance that your AI can use it as well. Here is the only technical part you need, and I will keep it painfully simple. The important part is that Claude can check before it answers. In my case, it didn't just say make better hooks like every generic YouTube advice video ever. It looked at my actual retention, my actual comments, which were none, my actual captions, and my actual search traffic. Then it gave me advice I can actually use. And because nobody wants to rebuild this from scratch, I made the lazy version. I am leaving the template in the description and in a pinned comment. It includes a super prompt, the setup steps, the troubleshooting notes, and the YouTube Studio example. The idea is simple. Change the product name, paste it into Claude, and let it guide the process. I am not going to make this video a 40-minute install tutorial. So if you want the exact prompts and commands, they are there. You don't need to know every install path. You need a good starting prompt, which I will give it to you, and a safe first use case. So what did I actually change from this audit? First, you saw the proof immediately. No cinematic intro. No, in this video we're going to talk about. I cannot afford that. Apparently, 38 seconds is already generous. Second, if I use a technical word, I am going to translate it immediately, mostly because I need that too. Third, captions. My last long video had no captions, which is impressive in the worst possible way. And fourth, I am going to ask a real question at the end, because right now my comment section has the energy of a private notes app. I am keeping this workflow because even with tiny data, it gave me really good decisions. And decisions are way more useful than staring at YouTube Studio, pretending I know what I'm looking at. Now, before anyone connects Claude to their bank account and ruins their Wednesday, quick disclaimer. This doesn't mean every website works. Some apps are easy, some apps are messy, some need login, some have heavy bot protection, and some use technical systems that are harder to capture. So the rule is simple. Start with reading. Do not start with buying, deleting, posting, sending messages, or moving money. If it can change the outside world, slow down. But if the goal is to read data, organize it, search it, summarize it, or help you make a better decision, this is exactly the kind of thing that makes AI useful. I put the full templates and resources below. It is free and it is in the description and pinned comment. Start with something harmless. Give Claude one tool and see what happens. Also, the audit was very clear that my comment section is basically me talking to myself. So my question is simple. What is the first app you would give Claude access to? I am asking partly because comments help, obviously, I've seen the audit, but mostly because it is motivating to know there are real people watching. So, if you want more videos where I use AI tools that look way too technical and then explain them like a normal person would, subscribe. And if you're actually going to check the resources, give a like.